Here's a lady who was delighted that the default retirement age was abolished. But is that the answer to the difficulties that we are facing at the moment in these extremely challenging economic times? Now, only last Thursday, this august body called the Section for Employment, Social Affairs and Citizenship of the European Economic and Social Committee, meeting informally, issued a press release Thursday evening. The chair is a lady called Leila Kirky. She said that boosting employment among older people by making changes to pension systems, tightening pension conditions, weakening pension rights, or raising the statutory retirement age would simply not work. Now, we'd all been assuming that if we abolish the default retirement age, people work longer, delayed drawing the pension, etc., that would act as some sort of counterbalance to the difficult economic times we're in. But this working group disagrees. It said it has to be borne in mind that future pension funding needs will not be determined by the demographic ratio. That's the ratio of older people compared to people of working age. But instead, the decisive factor is trends in the economic dependency ratio, or in the ratio of people receiving benefits to people in employment. If the labour market participation rate of people of working age can be effectively increased across the Union then over the next few decades, then it will be possible to contain the increase in the economic dependency ratio. She ended by saying that work and management would have to be organised in a way that accommodating ageing at every stage of a person's career. Working conditions and the working environment must be adapted to suit workers of different ages. Discrimination and negative value judgments against older workers must be combated. Updating of professional skills and preventative health care were of key importance. I think what's interesting there is that it's not simply a question of does the individual want to work longer and does the employer think that the individual is performing to the level required at that age. But there's also sort of a government socio-economic dimension here, whereby certainly on the basis of that working party in the EU, they don't regard pensions as being the sort of solve-all solution. What has to happen there is that those underworking groups, whether they are people who aren't getting into work early enough in the career, aren't working long enough in the career, and during those two ages are either underemployed, unemployed, in some way restricted from working, whether it's because of a disability or what have you, have to be freed up into the labour market. The pensions is just a contribution. It's not the entire answer. And therefore, we have to be very, very smart in terms of how we get the best out of the workforce we've got. They will probably want to be working as long as they can. They might have to work as long as they can. We want to make sure that they are as useful for the time that they're with us.